Hey guys, thanks so much for tuning in this week to This Georgia Clay. In last week's vlog, you guys would have seen my office. I went for a vintage appeal in the office to match kind of like the scheme that I'm going for in the space. We will have, I know there were some questions regarding this blank wall here, but I will have it built in some point next year. So that's a project for 2026. But my fireplace and tree decor in this particular space, I wanted it to just be elegant, sophisticated, timeless in this space. And I also was going for a theme from Little Women. I really love that time period and just that movie and story, because it is a book. Just that story altogether in terms of family and the women's just being resourceful with items that they had during that time period. So that's the scheme behind my tree, of keeping it simple and having some elements on there that I can use from, in the future. So in this week's vlog, we are setting up our staircase and also the console table when you first come into my home. And a lot of it will kind of be in the same color palette as my office, just to keep it cohesive. And then in next week's vlog, you guys will finally see my main tree and the color scheme changes just a bit in that space. But let's go ahead and get into this week's vlog. I cannot wait to share it with you guys. Alright guys, so let's take a little trip to my storage unit, is what I'm affectionately calling it, because it is housing a lot of my Christmas decor and I need some organization in here, but for now it will do. So this is all things Christmas, fall. There's really not any fall in here, but for the majority it's Christmas. This is my box of Christmas garland in here. I did order 6 pieces from Hobby Lobby. So here is the garland. It's the cedar garland. It is the unlit version. I have 2 of the lit version that I'm debating if I want to use on my mantle this year, in the family room, or in my bedroom. I don't know yet, so we'll see where that ends up. I did buy a couple more pieces that are upstairs because 6 is just not enough, and I don't know why I thought I only needed 6 for the staircase. So we'll grab this, and then I do have some more decor over here that I'm not quite sure of what I'm going to do with it. This is new for this year that I purchased, and that is more so of my theme. I'm going with the flocked ornaments in like a chocolate color, and then also adding some burgundy for the main tree, and then various colors throughout other trees that I'm going to do. So I have these, and I also have another tub of things. Now, a lot of these items I did buy before we moved out of our other house that I was going to do for that current year, but then we ended up selling our home. Then we were in an apartment for some time while our new house was being built, so a lot of it I did not use because I just felt like the apartment tree wasn't going to get the justice that it needed, because I just wasn't that into it. So I really didn't do it up like I normally would do my Christmas trees in my home. So now that we're fast forward in our home, this is our first year in our new home, and I have all of the things. Like, there's another tree there. This is normally my main tree that I use, which I still love. I love a flocked tree. However, this year I am going green, so I did purchase some Grand Duchess green trees that are the viral twinkle trees. So I plan on using those, and then I did partner with King of Christmas for a beautiful tree for my main tree that I'm going to use this year. So cannot wait to show you guys all of those things. I'm just trying to figure out what I need. I also need, like I said, organization in here. That Matt said that eventually he will put up some racks for me, and then we'll get all clear containers, because I have a lot that are not clear, and it's just hard to be able to, like, I did write on top like what's in it, but still you like to like open them and see what's in it. and it would just be best if they were all clear, so that way I can just go through and see what I have. And then also some type of organization where I can say, okay, these are all my white baubles, these are all my ribbons, these are all my this and that, right on the side of the container. And that way I don't necessarily have to open them or pull them once he puts in the racks for me. So I'm gonna go ahead and meet you guys upstairs, grab what I need, and then we'll get ready to start the banister. So as I mentioned, this is our new home, and I've never had a two-story, let me go over here so you can see it. I've never had a home that's had a two-story staircase, meaning that our other homes have been one stories and I didn't have a staircase, or the last house had a staircase, but it went down because it went into the basement. So now I have a staircase where I'm able to decorate this landing part here, then come down to the stairs. And then I also have this same railing mimicked down in the basement that I plan on putting some garland on as well. This was an upgrade here. It would have been like a half pony wall, but I thought that would be like no justice whatsoever if I would have done that. So the railing was an upgrade, but I definitely had plans of doing beautiful garland here for Christmas. So I definitely wanted a beautiful focal point and railing in our beautiful home. So let's go ahead and start that. I am also going to take down some of this fall decor. Matt was like, fall did not last in here. I said I met my obligation. I showed my beautiful followers what you can do for fall and gave them some inspiration, but it is time for Christmas. I love Christmas. My family knows I love Christmas, so they enjoy it. Plus, we spent all this time making our homes beautiful. Why not enjoy it as long as we possibly can? But before we decorate anything, of course, it's important to clean the space. So I went ahead and went up the stairs and just swept everything down. And then I also, I believe on a different day, I went ahead and mopped the stairs, but I don't believe I showed that. All right, let's open her up. Now I have tried this or felt the garland in person, so I didn't just order it online and didn't know what it was going to be like. Which I know there is an Amazon one, but I read the reviews and a lot of people said it just wasn't as cool as the one at Hobby Lobby. And I really wanted something that was full and something that would last a long time, so I would not have to keep replacing them, because these are expensive. They're $50 a piece. And I know Matt would appreciate me not having to replace so many items every year, since I do change my theme up. And for me, changing like baubles and ribbons and stuff are a lot more affordable than changing out garland, because garland can be quite an investment. So can Christmas trees as well. But I slowly want to fade out our Christmas trees to be Grand Duchess, because I just like how they twinkle, and they don't necessarily have to twinkle, but I just like the color tone. Now on camera they will come out a little bit more cooler, like a cool tone, but they are a warm white. But I did buy some, since these are not lighted garland, I did buy some twinkle lights on Amazon that I'll just thread around them to give them that nice glow effect. But again, I do plan on changing out my trees at some point. This year I ordered 2 trees. Next year I'll probably order 2 more, and then so on as the years go, we'll just increase our look. They also have a flocked tree this year, and I think that's beautiful. It's a Grand Duchess. It still twinkles with the flocks, and I do love a good flocked tree, because sometimes I like to change it up right on the side. I want to keep doing the green tree. I might want to change it up one year and do my flock tree. So as time progresses, those things will change, but I feel like I definitely need a bigger home in terms of my Christmas decor area. Yeah, for sure. So here they are, all packaged up, which I'm glad, rather than just going in the box. So that's nice. They have some weight to them, and they just look so good. I just love them. I like the different color tones, how some are darker green on the tips, lighter green on the tips, and then darker towards the branch, which normally a tree would have those kind of characteristics, but I love it. Again, $99 each. I bought 6 of them at one time, but they were $50 each. So $350 was the, something like that with the math, was the cost for these. Like I said, it is an investment, but I shouldn't have to invest in these next year. Look at that, so pretty. And then you also can use this loop to attach the other ones to it as well, which I plan on doing. I did buy some zip ties to do so. They're all in individual boxes, great. So now I have to throw all these boxes away.
Merry Christmas, baby. Merry Christmas, baby. The snow is laying 2 feet deep. Now wish upon a falling star, so all your secret dreams can come true.
Originally, I had purchased zip ties to attach the garland to the staircase, and that was my intention. However, the zip ties that I purchased were entirely too small to go around the banister, so I wasn't able to utilize them, but thank goodness I had some ribbon in one of my Christmas containers, and so I was able to attach it that way, which actually probably worked out to be the best option, because that way I wouldn't have to, risk damaging my staircase. But I have used zip ties before. I just am careful in terms of not attaching the zip tie too tight. I did, however, have this particular garland attached to the other one using a zip tie, but I just didn't like how it was like coming together in that particular corner, because I wanted it to have like a flowy drapey effect. So I did go ahead and untie it, and then you'll see me go back and fix it and get it exactly how I wanted it.
Merry Christmas, baby. Merry Christmas, baby. Merry Christmas, Merry Christmas. It's Merry Christmas, baby. Yeah. It's Merry Christmas, baby.
Once I kind of was in the swing of things in terms of how I wanted the garland to fall on the staircase and how many draping effects that I wanted it to have, it kind of just went seamlessly. So I just took my time going around the staircase and having everything drape and flow, and I just love how thick the garland is. It didn't require me to have to double it up. Once all the garland was hung, it was time to, of course, add bells. I just feel like bells just add that Christmas charm, and I just love it. So I went ahead and added the bells here, and I took a zip tie to attach it to the garland itself. And then I just made sure to hang the bells in the direction that I wanted it to face. And then I went back and added ribbons that are on my office tree that I had some left over. did come back the next day because adding all that garland took quite some time and was very tiresome. So I did go ahead and come back with the Amazon twinkle lights that I found. These do have a timer, so I do appreciate that. They are set for 5:30 p.m. every day, so now that it's daylight savings time, it'll start to get a little bit darker a little bit sooner, and it's just very nice to be able to get off of work and be able to see the house all lit up. I have loved this space this year for fall. I thought it was simple yet impactful. And then it had like little touches of ghost. I already put the ghost up that goes in this corner, or was in this corner. There's some packages that are for Christmas. So I am going to go ahead and make this space over with Christmas. This year I really wanted to have a nativity scene, and I found a beautiful one from Pottery Barn. I'll put it up on the screen. It will be linked in my LTK page, but I really felt like, you know, Christmas is great in terms of, you know, all the decor and the Santas and all of those things, but we wouldn't have Christmas without the birth of baby Jesus. And I wanted to make sure that his moment was on full display, which is the birth of, like I said, his birthday. So I'm gonna go ahead and clear everything off here, get it all cleaned up. The mirror is already cleaned, but I'm just gonna clean it again because there's nothing wrong with re-cleaning some things. But I'm gonna go ahead and, like I said, get all of this stuff taken care of, stored away for next season, and we'll go ahead and put out the nativity scene. Once everything was taken off of the console table, I went ahead and stored it for next year. And then I went ahead and just gave the console table just a once over clean. I do have some plans to change up this area next year, which will be a DIY, so I cannot wait to share that. But for now, we're just gonna go ahead and use what we currently have. I did purchase some of these items from Hobby Lobby a couple of years ago, but I just haven't used them. Like, I'll buy something and I'm like, oh, I'm gonna do this color scheme, and then I end up changing the color scheme, so some of my decor doesn't get used. So this year I really wanted to focus on having a beautiful nativity scene as soon as you come in the door, just to set the tone for what Christmas really is about. So I did purchase this one from Pottery Barn. I wanted something that was just timeless and then kind of just went with any decor style, no matter what I change things up to year over year. I will have it linked in the description, but unfortunately it's currently no longer available. I'm so sorry. I did purchase it back in July actually, and you know, sometimes you got to get on the ball beforehand. So I did go ahead and get this swag from Target. It matches the scheme across the way, which is my office doors that I do have some olive wreaths. And so it also had a copper ribbon as well. So I figured, I was like, that's really beautiful to kind of go with the color scheme that's across the hall in my office Christmas tree as well. I feel like in this vlog, like I've changed clothes so many times because I was really waiting for things to come in. So I thought that I had the stable, and I thought that the Mary and Joseph and the figurines that come with the nativity scene actually arrived at the same time, but it looks like it didn't. So when I was looking for, when I was putting it up that day, I was like, where is the baby Jesus? Like, where is he? And so I looked at my UPS email, and it was actually coming that day, but I just didn't get around to actually doing it that day. So here you see me setting up the nativity scene, and it's so beautiful, and I love it, and I cannot wait to just be able to put this out on my console table year after year and just change up maybe the things around it, but it's just absolutely beautiful and timeless as well. I wanted to also add some type of greenery, like a garland draped in front of the nativity scene. So I purchased these hooks on Amazon. It's basically, if you don't have like a surface for a command hook to hook to, you can use these. And so basically you just connect it to the back of the console table and then tighten it up as you need it. I just wanted to give you guys an update. So I purchased these hooks on Amazon, and they're supposed to be like if you have an area where you want to hang stockings, or if you want to hang garland, you're supposed to be able to hang it off of here. However, the garland that I have is a little bit too thin for that, I believe. And so when I set it on here, it's just not cooperating, like it keeps sliding off of here. So I'm going to use good old command hooks, and what I would like to do ideally is to hang the garland starting from here and then drape it down on this side. So that's what I'm going to do, but again, I'm just going to use good old command hooks and then just kind of hook it here by the cowl, and then that way I can hook the garland and just swing it and have it cascade like I would like. So I'm gonna put the camera back up and do that. So sometimes with design, you end up changing your mind. And so I decided to hang the garland kind of like a swag on one end of the console table. I also added in these vintage bells that I got from Amazon. They came in, I believe, a pack of 12. They were really inexpensive. I think they were only like $10 or so. So I used some floral wire and just attached it to the garland. All right, guys, so let me know in the comments what you guys think of our staircase for Christmas this year. I really wanted to keep it traditional and timeless with the traditional green garland. Also adding the bows that tie into the Christmas tree in my office. And I think that it came out just, like I said, it's timeless, it's beautiful. I've always wanted a staircase like this. I've always wanted a home like this. And so I cannot wait to enjoy it with my family and friends this holiday season. But I also wanted to share with you guys some other areas that didn't necessarily get filmed, but I did do within this area. So on this particular area, I did have this table that's been here. It's a fluted table that I did a DIY made in our old home. So we went ahead and put it here, and I just love how it just belongs in this particular area, and it looks beautiful. I went ahead and put some Norfolk garland, is what I had before from Kirkland's. And I went ahead and just put it around in a simple circle. And then I already have this vase here, and I put some branches in here because I felt like it needed a moment here to have some kind of architectural just moment in this particular area. So I put the stems in here that I got from Crate and Barrel a couple years ago. I just haven't been able to use them. And then I added in these lighted stems here that I got from Costco a couple years ago as well. So that's there. And then also I have got these bows, the same copper color tones that are in the staircase. I got them from Amazon. So I just tied them on some bells that I had, and I've had those bells from my previous home. And I think it's just simple, timeless. Also tying in this particular color that you'll see next week is a swag that I got from Target this year. You'll also see it repeated in my kitchen. So I'll show that on the full Christmas tour. That'll be in a couple weeks. But I just put that swag there, and it helps to tie in different areas of the house. And then also having the brass bell there too. So I really love it. I just think that this area is very sweet and just a nice little moment. And this year, of course, the Shining show and the reason for Christmas is the birth of Jesus. And so I bought a nativity scene. I did get this nativity scene from Pottery Barn. I was a little worried because it went on back order right after I ordered it. And that's just in Pottery Barn fashion, that things that you purchase, for, well, at least for me, typically go on back order as soon as I hit submit. But I was able to get it. It was a little pricey. It's about $145, but it does come with the major stable, excuse me. And then it also comes with the scene that you see here with the three wise men, Mary, Joseph, baby Jesus, and then also it has the shepherd and his animals. So I do love it. I think it's beautiful. It's made ceramic, so it is made out of clay, but I feel like it's something that it can be an heirloom piece as well and can stand the test of time. So I love it. I kept it really simple and neutral over here. So I got these trees a couple years ago from Hobby Lobby. I've been wanting to do like a neutral scheme for a while, but I get torn and I never really do it. So this year I was like, I'm gonna do neutral somewhere in our house. So I have those trees from previous years. This at the bottom of the console table always stays like this. And then I have same Hobby Lobby garland that is on the staircase mimic here. And I just draped it on here. So I used a command hook and then these hooks that I got from Amazon. And then I just put a bow here, which is another brown bow that are from West Elm. And you'll see those bows come together again in my basement. And then I just added some vintage bells that I got from Amazon there and just completed it. Kept my lamp there because it goes with the color scheme and palette as well. And then the book that's always been here too, because it goes with the color scheme. This particular swag garland I got from Target and I love it. I think it's beautiful. It just so happened to match the color scheme. And so sometimes when you see things and you're like, you know what, that'll be perfect in a certain area, and it could not be. I mean, you could find something and maybe it doesn't fit your Christmas scheme or decor for this year, but you could always save it for next year because you never know if this is going to actually come back. So that's why I got it. But also, like I was saying last week, it ties in with the olive wreaths that stay on my office doors right across. So I definitely wanted to bring in an olive texture here. So I love it. I think it's beautiful. So I'm anxious to see what you guys think about it all. I can't wait to share it with you guys next week, because next week we're going to show my main tree, which is already decorated and right on the other side of us. But I can't wait to share all of those things with you guys. And outside will be changing. Today is Halloween when we're filming this. So I have fall decor out there, but it will be changing tomorrow, November 1st to Christmas. So I cannot wait. So I wish you guys all a happy holiday season as you guys start to find some of these pieces and get your scheme together for Christmas and bring in those moments with your family. But I can't wait to share with you guys what I've done this year, because I think it's my favorite of all. So again, thank you so much for tuning in this week to This Georgia Clay. Please make sure you like, subscribe, share it with a friend, and we'll see you guys next week. Bye guys.